Hey guys, welcome back to the food forest. So sorry, it's been a long time since I last made a video. So today we are going to visit all the gardens. So the food forest and the greenhouse and the explosive garden and the vegetable garden and the butterfly garden. So if you're up for that, make a cup of tea and I'll show you what's beautiful right now. It's the fall gardens are just some of my favorites. Of course, these rudbeckias and a lot of the asters are flowering now. And these late flowers, they always bring me joy, maybe because they stand out in all the sort of falling away of the rest of the garden. So I'm loving that very much. Today I wanted to show you a few crops in the food forest. So the medlars here, the monkey bottom fruits here are just looking so amazing this year. And I don't know how many kilos we have. So I'm waiting for the first frost, and I think actually it would be possible to pick some and put them in the freezer, and they would be good to go. So they need the frost to become soft and delicious. And it's a fruit I've learned to enjoy. I didn't know it, and I had it for many years, but I didn't really know how to eat it before Victor, a friend, a permaculture friend from Sweden, came along and showed me how to do it. And now I'm like hooked on the monkey bottom fruits. And of course also all of these amazing, what are they? The physalis, they are these beautiful, amazing berries you can eat. And I'm enjoying that. They have a slight bitterness, but they are really delicious, I think. Other than that, I think the food forest is maybe not at its most interesting right now. You see the Nepalese pepper and the Szechuan peppers, they have so many peppers this year also. I have harvested some, I might harvest more. I might not get around to it, but if we duck under this, under the medlar, I want to show you this corner, because this one, actually I don't know what it is in English, but it's loved by butterflies and bees. This late, it's, I think, are we 1st of October or 2nd of October? And I think it's such a beautiful color, especially with this persimmons. And this is, I think, a fuyu, or is it Nikitiskaya? I'm not sure. But these are actually, some of them are ripe. They have to be they're quite small, but and very perfumed and strange. And they also are a little astringent. So I actually prefer to put them in smoothies, because then this astringent quality is not, you can't sense that in your mouth. Of course, it's like it sucks out all of the moisture from your mouth, and it's not really very pleasant. But I think it's such a beautiful tree. It's looking very exotic in this setting, and look how many fruits are there, guys. So why not? They are very useful in smoothies and hidden away in other things. Other than that, every time I walk into the food forest, it's a matter of me making mental notes of what has to go, what has to be pruned back, because I need more light in here. But that's later on in the year. I still have lots of things to do in the garden. I wanted to show you also these apple trees in front of the greenhouse. We put these down not so long ago, and it's just so many apples. And now I see the top has come down again. So maybe this one will be the leader. I don't know. But that's the way we don't manage fruit trees in the food forest or in the garden at all. It's just allowing whatever happens, and then prune the tree accordingly, and then it gets its own sort of crooked shape, but I kind of like it. The greenhouse is a mess. We are not going to go in there. We still have a few tomatoes and a lot of basil and other things. But I wanted to show you this amazing organized space. I've made a lot of cuttings from sage, of course you can see what it is, and lavender, and a lot of buddleia, different ones, and some sedum and other things. And then I have been seeding all kinds of things that I need for the butterfly garden. And I could go on. I have picked up very many more of these boxes in the landfill. And then the other day I was seeding more things, and I suddenly realized that I also have to plant all of them. So I stopped myself, because this will be much more than 1,000 plants, and they all need to be planted. And so I think I'm stopping myself this year, and then next year I can make more. Also because I do already have a lot of excess plants from other garden spaces that I can move out into the butterfly garden. I want to show you one other thing. This is completely grown over, but I have plans for this. I will share that in another video. But I wanted to show you how many dead man's fingers we have this year. And I just had one this morning, and some of them are actually perfectly ripe. I'm not eating so many because I have quite a few groups coming next week, actually 3 different groups coming next week to visit the gardens. And I think it's always a fun thing to serve up a dead man's finger. So I'm saving for that, and the rest we will eat. Just a beautiful, beautiful fruit, or I don't know, that's what you call it properly. So yeah, great plans for this space. It's taking shape, but I also have to execute, so it's a bit of a problem sometimes. We are not really seeing a lot of fall colors yet on the trees. It's still a bit early for that, but there is sort of a shutting down that I kind of like. Everything relaxes. It's time to go to sleep in a way, and I like that. It also relaxes my my system in a way, so that I don't feel the urge to do something in the garden all the time. It's fine. I will have this winter reset again. Apples galore. But what I wanted to show you this year is, I think I've shown you before, but this quince tree is just loaded with fruit. Loaded or laden, I don't know. Would you look at the size of these babies? I think they are so amazing. A friend gave me this tree because she didn't have space in her garden for it, and it is so happy in this sort of enclosed space. I think maybe a little more heat and not a lot of wind in this space really makes for the perfect growing spot for this beautiful quince. On top of that, we have another huge quince, actually 2 more huge quince trees. So I think I might pick some and put them in a box by the road, and people can pick some if they want. And I have a woman is coming for sure to pick a lot, because she knows how to use them and she really wants a lot. So that's fine. It's getting used. And it's this beautiful natural abundance that is no work at all. It just happens in a garden like this, and I'm enjoying that so much this time of year. What else did I want to show you? Oh, the vegetable garden, guys. This has been, I mean, I knew I wanted a vegetable garden, but I didn't know how much I'd miss it. I had missed it for not having one in many years. Actually, maybe 5-6 years I didn't have a vegetable garden. And it's looking so lush and lovely, and we are harvesting food from here every day for dinner. And I have seen that actually it's a crazy, wonderful insect year, and a lot of butterflies are still on the wings. And I think maybe at least second and third generation I see in some of the species. It's quite amazing because we are this late in the year, but it's beautiful and warm and dry, and I'm loving this life in the garden. But I do see that actually quite a lot of the white kale butterflies, they are eating a lot of the different kales, but that's fine. I mean, they will just shoot from the sides and regrow, and there will be food for us too, which is quite okay. I wanted to show you one thing that I have really enjoyed this year also is these, I don't remember where I got them, but these tomato plants are just producing outside with no windbreak or anything, but they are producing so many of these small yellow tomatoes. They're not super sweet, but they are sweet enough, but with a nice acidity, and I eat lots every day. But I mean, we have so many plants, and I harvest every 3-4 days. I harvest a bag and I just put it directly in the freezer. And then these are amazing in food on the frying pan with lots of other vegetables, or in soups or stuff like that. I love tomatoes with pumpkins. I think the sweetness of the pumpkins and the acidity of the tomatoes, that's just a marriage made in heaven. So I enjoy these tomatoes. This is one tiny tomato plant. So I'm going to save a lot of these seeds, but I'm sure that there will be lots of self-seeded tomato plants that I can move around and give away next year. And also someone told me this interesting thing about tomato seeds, that they are super strong. They can actually pass through a human being and still be unharmed and sprout, which is quite amazing. I'm not gonna try that, of course, but it's the power of the seed is quite amazing. And that's also why a lot of the tomatoes that I have in the vegetable garden are just volunteers. They were just in the soil and in the horse manure and in the compost probably. So they just arrived as they wanted, and I think that's really amazing. And I love how much they produce. So they are actually thriving outside. So I'm going to make sure to save seeds from these varieties, because apparently they love it here. Other than that, it's also been a crazy year of pumpkins. Those were the few plants that I had time to make, and I just put them in the soil to use the space for something. And so this is just a harvest from this tiny space over here, all of these pumpkins. So we are having that almost every day. But what a lovely crop, easy to store, so delicious and so versatile. It's, I mean, baked and in the frying pan and in soups and everything. I really love it. And then I've started putting in some of all the berry bushes from that I have extra from the food forest. I'm planting these all around the perimeter of the circle, and then I'm just going to use the rest of the space for vegetable next year. And I'm excited about that. It feels like a really good thing to do, and this will be like abundant circle of food, and I can't wait to make it. It's exciting to make new things. And let's go and have a look at at what we are doing in the new butterfly garden. I'm also still so excited about this, guys. It's been such a joy to make this year, and I have so many ideas and plans and projects with this that I mean, that's gonna be the next 10 years, I think. So the circle is taking shape, and I'm filling out the space with buddleias, different kinds of buddleias, and lots of nectar plants. And in the fall and in the spring, I'm going to plant a lot of host plants for all the butterfly larvae. So that's, I mean, that's perfectly easy to do. It just has to be done. I will say I have applied for some subsidized plants that are really they are much cheaper than if I was to buy them in a nursery, and they would be very useful here to make both the windbreak and these sort of gatherings of different trees and host plants. So I'm hoping to get that approved, that application approved in the next coming weeks or so. So that would be a great help to the financing of this project, because it's a lot of expenses, but it's also really lovely to do. I'm showing you this. You can see my mom and we cleared all of this, and we moved a lot of plants from her garden and from the food forest in here, because basically this area has been less successful in terms of all of the different seed mixes that we spread this spring. It's been a lot of lamb's quarters, and they are lovely, and the birds eat the seeds, and we can eat the leaves, but we really don't need this many, and they are just self-seeding and taken over. So what we've done is that we've removed a lot of these and then just planting nectar plants to enhance this space, and that is going to be the work for the next maybe 10 years or so. But we are starting with this because this is what looks most uninteresting in a way. We need more color, more life, more variety in this. So it's just this moving of all the beauty that I can find that we have in surplus everywhere, and just sticking it into all the areas where we have lamb's quarters, or maybe we also do have a few patches of crabgrass, which is really annoying, and we try to dig it out to reduce it. I know it's going to come back, but I mean, we can at least reduce it a little bit. And then I have one last thing to show you. This, I don't know if maybe I told you before, but this year I have learned to attract night butterflies, moths, you probably call it in English, with light and with sugar and red wine. And I just want to show you the setup. I don't have any, but I don't have any night butterflies to show you right now. But I mean, guys, this is so exciting. And the other night we found a very special, very rare night butterfly that's only seen, I think, 17 times in Denmark. So it's so exciting, and I have my mentor Roland, and he's 80, and he's been loving these nighttime butterflies, these moths, his whole life, I think, and he's showing me ways to see what's there, but also how to attract them. And it's just so much fun. Things that I didn't anticipate, but this is like a mercury lamp, and it gives out a lot of infrared light, and that attracts the moths, and then you can see them swarm around the lamp. And they settle in these egg trays, and sometimes you can have 20 different ones sitting on just one like this. I will show you another time when hopefully we have a good catch, but this excites me so much. And yeah, I mean, a garden is endless fun, and I hope you are enjoying yours too. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you later.